Well, for Tucker Carlson today, we sat down with a man who has participated in our finance economy and covered it, and is one of the most honest people we know on those topics. His name is Max Keiser. He's a big Bitcoin investor, and he assessed the Sam Bankman-Fried story for us. Here's part of it.
Sam Bankman-Fried, the key to his empire of fraud is that he created his own play money token called FTT, and he was able to create that without any oversight or any tie to anything underlying giving it value whatsoever. And this is a whole cryptographic scam that's been going on with the crypto market, where individuals, and he's not the only one, there are many people that create these what are called altcoins or scam coins, and they create Ether is another one, or Cardano or XRP. These are all coins that are just created, and then they list these coins on each other's exchange, and then they buy them from each other to create a price, and then they use the enhanced price, which is now as a collateral value, to go buy something like Sam Bankman-Fried did, real estate in the Bahamas. Right. So it's a Ponzi scheme. And implied in the Sam Bankman-Fried crisis scam is none other than Gary Gensler over at the SEC, who should have been calling time on this a long ago, but we find out that he's actually involved and that there's some what I would call collusion. And the problem is, in America, you have a country that's ruled by a kleptocracy. Every institution in America is tied to Wall Street in some way. They've all been financialized. They all use cheap money. They're all cross-collateralizing each other's assets. They're all using that money to buy real assets, and they're all undermining the economy in fundamental ways, which lead to inflation, which lead to unemployment, which lead to all kinds of dysfunctions in the economy, in our medical system, in all across the institutions. It all goes back to essentially the deregulation that happened 40 years ago, which led to the financialization and the over-indebtedness, the over-leveraging of the economy. And now in 2022, since interest rates are going up, that's the end of the mirage, that the bubble has been popped. And if the FTX scandal and the Sam Bankman-Fried scandal was like the last dregs of a 40-year bacchanal in cheap money, no regulation, and crooked bankers.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who've donated to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the new Road Order events. Also, I give you the new Road Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks taking a dump. And guys, in cryptos, we know we have options today. Now, we had Max Keiser say that Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP was a Ponzi scheme just like FTX. And guys, we know these financial guys never give us the whole truth because we know the utility in Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP. But guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. And we have yield rates are rising, and we have the dollar back at 105. And we know that's not good for stocks or cryptos. And that's the reason why we're seeing a big pullback. And then, of course, guys, we have volume, tether, USDC. And we have Jeremy from Circle says the SEC is not appropriate regulator for stablecoins. And we know stablecoins are nothing but digital fiat. Now we have the SEB says digital euro should prioritize online and peer-to-peer payments. But guys, not only are the central banks moving in lockstep, we see all these big corporations and big banks moving in lockstep also when it comes to this digital transformation. And speaking of the central banks, we have the Fed repo still over 2.1 trillion. And then also, guys, we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet to destroy this legacy market. So then therefore, the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Now we have the U.S. Federal Reserve denies custodial bank once again for the request for Fed supervision. And also we have Nigerians faced with a crippled cash shortage still are not turning to the e-naira. And we know the Nigerians are the smartest people on the planet. They're not going to be fooled and getting tracked on every single payment. And we know the type of financial scams that come up out of Nigeria. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale sitting about $20.8 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have Ethereum core developers playing new testnet called Holly. And we know Ethereum Shanghai hard fork is right around the corner. Now we have Eclipse to release a Solana-compatible rollup blockchain built on Polygon network. Also, we have BNB Chain secures largest DeFi protocol Venus to accept Floki tokens as lending collateral. And again, guys, another meme token surrounded by Elon. So most likely, we know what's going to happen. Another pump and dump. Now we have Litecoin Foundation partners with digital asset manager Meta Alpha to develop hedging products for Litecoin miners. And of course, guys, it's all about lowering carbon emissions. Now we have the IMF doesn't want crypto as legal tender. And we know crypto was supposed to get rid of the banks. And what did the banks do? They took over the actual space and then implanted stablecoins, which are nothing but digital fiat. But these stablecoins and CBDCs allow these central banks to program the money, where they can tell you what, where, and when and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. Now we have FTX Japan reports 50 million in withdrawals since the opening of February 21st. And lastly, guys, we have U.S. banking regulators warn banks about crypto liquidity risks. And guys, we know crypto is barely $1 trillion. But what we can do is go on the Fed's website and look at the M2 money supply. Guys, it is shrinking. Hasn't been this low since the 1930s. And remember, we went on a 15-year expansion plan. Now we have all this debt, but we know exactly what they're going to do. If you tokenize all this debt, you can turn it into equity. Guys, we know it is no such thing as debt if you're printing the money. And that's why the world uses United States dollars. But now that they're ready to get rid of the United States dollar, because we know the central bankers, the NWO, bought up the world, now it's time to get rid of the United States reserve currency, because now they want to control the world. So that's why we're seeing the rise of China and the BRICS nations, along with that digital yuan backed by that digital SDR, along with the robots, algorithms, and drones. And where are the sheep going? That's right, the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.